So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, sometimes we forget that celebrities are just people too. And we find ourselves believing that they live in some fantasy world where everything they do is some concocted script or something. But what we have to realize is that if you're a simp, no matter if you're a celebrity or not, your wife's going to take advantage of your weaknesses. And one example that has been getting a lot of press here recently, man, is Will and Jada. Now, I said I wasn't going to do another video on Will, and this isn't a video on Will. This is a video about the 11,000 people who have so far signed a petition to have Will and Jada stop being interviewed. Because frankly, we're all just sick and tired of them exposing the dysfunction of their marriage, their family, their lives. The truth of the matter is this: no matter who you are, people get fed up with seeing you. But if you're a celebrity, then you get a little bit more leeway. But here's the problem. We live in a society right now where everybody's going through their thing, man. With this pandemic and several other things that are going on, everybody's under a lot of pressure to either accept this new normal or get back to their old normal, or even just try to figure out which is going to be the new normal moving forward. And people are under enough stress where they don't want to have to sit and keep hearing over and over again about the dysfunction of this couple. These people need therapy. They don't need to be online sharing this. They don't need to be getting interviewed. They need to be both stretched out on a couch talking to somebody. And possibly one of them or both of them end up in a rubber room with a straitjacket on. Nobody wants to keep hearing about your dysfunction because nobody really cares what you're going through. You never hear me talking about, hey, we need to save Will. Man, Will is a grown man. Jada's a grown woman. These two people don't need our help trying to figure out, what they're doing in their marriage. They've been doing the same thing forever, man. But most people are just fed up with the dysfunction of it. Because after a while, dysfunction isn't funny anymore. It isn't fun anymore. It isn't even fun for comedians to make jokes about it anymore. It's getting to the point where this whole thing is just embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing for Will. It's embarrassing for Jada. It's embarrassing for their children. It's embarrassing for their families. It's embarrassing for the teams who work with Will, and it's just embarrassing for everyone because these are private things that go on behind closed doors that we shouldn't even be hearing about. I know I'm not the only one who's fed up with hearing about it. I know I'm not the only one who's fed up with seeing these two get emotional right in front of the camera. Nobody wants to see that. We don't want to watch a soap opera. And what this thing is turning into is a soap opera. You have Will on one hand talking about he's trying to love the woman more. You have the woman on the other hand saying she's not even sure if she want love. She want to go ahead and find herself. She want to go live her life free away from Will. This man is trying to love a woman into marrying him or wanting to stay married to him. The woman wants to go. Will believes that he can love her more. Why? Because she convinced him a long time ago that she'd stay with him. Even though he wasn't Pac, she'd stay with him if he'd go ahead and love her more. Now, that's not enough. This woman is running out of time to even do the things on her bucket list. This woman is bucket list age. She's ready to get some things done, man. And she can't do those things with Will. But Will can't accept that. Will can't accept that. He is sitting and continuing to allow this woman to ridicule him and then coming on ridiculing himself. Hey, man, let's just get rid of the whole Will and Jada thing, man. If you're going to show us some relationship where people at least act happy. No one's probably happy in their relationship, but these two can't. Things are so bad with them, they can't even act happy anymore. So salute to the 11,000 people who signed that petition. I'm damn near thinking about going on there signing it myself. Maybe if we get it up to 20,000, man, people will stop interviewing these people, man. Because the thing is, they keep asking them the same questions about the same things. So all they're talking about is the same things, just diving deeper into the rabbit hole. Before you know it, they're going to be expressly describing the actions that they take when they're intimate together. This thing is going way too far. Because the truth is, none of us care. Yes, some of the things they say are exhilarating. Some of the things they say have a lot of shock value. Some of the things they say, man, just draw interest. People want to see what that's about. Wow, I can't believe he said that. Wow, I can't believe she said that. But the bottom line is, yes, we can believe they said that. We're talking about Will and Jada. Is anything that Will and Jada say is gonna shock us now? What can Will say that's gonna shock us? What can Jada say that's gonna shock us? Even if they would come out and say Jada was born a boy, none of us, I mean, look how she's built up. None of us would be surprised. Probably 50% of us would be saying, I told you, I knew it. I knew someone right with her. So there's nothing these two can tell us anymore, man. Stop interviewing Will and Jada. Stop talking to Will and Jada. If you're not talking to them about their projects, if you're not talking to Will about his book, and don't ask him nothing about Jada, let's make a new rule. You can't ask either one of these about their relationship with their spouse. Well, I guess you won't be interviewing Jada at all then, because that's all she's got. But Will has a career that he's trying to recapture, man. He's trying to rebuild his career, and he can't rebuild his career where every time y'all sit him down and talk to him, y'all want to talk about his broad. That broad ain't got nothing to do with Will's career. Will was the man. He was on the upper trajectory when he met the broad. So I say this to y'all, man. Never let your life become such a shamble that people don't even want to hear you talk about it anymore. It's so non-motivational. It's so depressing that people don't even want you to talk about it anymore. People don't even have any sympathy left to give you about that life. You're in a sad situation when people don't empathize with you in a tough plight because they're fed up with you not standing up being a man. They're fed up with you not bowing down being a woman. And this is a very dysfunctional couple. So before we get out of here, man, let me say this to y'all. We are not going to sit around here and act like, man, we're just going to be these brutes and we're just going to say nothing but negative things about women, because I have met some positive women. You understand? I have positive women in my life now. And I just know, I don't know what they've been with anyone else, but I know what they are with me. And what they are with me is what they're going to have to be around me. And I want y'all to keep in mind, man, that you got to live your life that way. You can never live your life trying to build anything or grow anywhere with a woman who makes you feel, makes you live, and makes you give like Jada does Will. We must keep in mind that everything we do, everything we say must be based on our need and our desire to fulfill our destiny in life. And you can't do that when everything you do is being drugged down, wore down, tore down by the woman that you spent 20 or 30 years with, man. Will and Jada are done. Whatever they're doing right now is not going to lead to them maintaining or salvaging their marriage or their relationship or even their relationship with their children. Their family is all over the place. So please stop bombarding us with any more interviews with Will and Jada about the sham that is the dysfunction they call a marriage. So right now, man, we're shooting outside, pitch black darkness, man. We're on the Panasonic G9, man. We're shooting with the ISO on 12,800. Pretty clean image to be shooting under those circumstances. And we're shooting on HLG. So I want y'all to keep in mind, man, live your life the best way you know how, and live it like it's your last day. Because one day you're going to wake up and it will be. Listen, and no matter what they say, no matter what they do, one thing I know to be true: Alpha's up, Beta's down. It's the motto in the Alphasphere. Peace.
Alpha's up, Beta's down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alpha's up,